Funk. What? We have loads of info coming up in today's show, but there's one thing I want to share with our loyal listeners first.
You stand up to wipe your ass?
Well, no, not that, man. We're running a secret competition for our loyal listeners. It's only going to be run through our mailing list, which you can join at howtokillanhour.com/news.
howtokillanhour.com/news?
Yeah, that's the step.
Okay, cool. When are we going to tell them about you stand to wipe your ass, though?
Are you serious?
This is How to Kill an Hour. I am Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Funk Butcher.
There's many ways to kill some time out there, but right now you were killing some time with us.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
On today's show, we have a special guest with us, award-winning broadcaster, presenter, Capital Extra DJ, Sky TV presenter. She does loads. Woo! Remel London. Let's make some noise for Remel in the building.
Hey.
Hey.
I clapped for myself.
Hey. You're clapping for yourself because Billy isn't clapping. Billy,
He did clap.
I was clapping.
Sorry, what was that?
I was clapping.
Let's hear. Why you've got a sarcastic clap, Billy? Let's hear your clap. Why is it so sarcastic for?
Why is it so short?
Right. Them slow
Keep
claps.
going, yeah?
It needs to be a longer clap, Bill.
Yeah, that's a clap.
A slow clap.
And I'm not just saying that because it's for me. I'm just saying that sounds like the appropriate length of a clap.
How long is too long?
Why are you flirting with Remel, Billy? Straight away.
In for the kill.
You know she's got a man, bro.
Hey,
This is why we have to turn off your mic for most of the show, bro.
back up, because it's on.
Yeah, this how to inappropriately talk to somebody for an hour. That's Billy's one. Hey, Billy, we got Tinder coming up in today's show as well.
Oh, gosh.
So you're going to love what's coming up. Remel, thank you for coming down to How to Kill an Hour.
Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome.
I've been stalking you on the timeline anyway, so like I've just been like that shark thing at the Royal Docks like had me. I was like, what?
It's proper cool, innit?
Yeah.
the Predator Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's when I was like, yeah.
I wanted to go to that.
What did you think when you saw me riding in this hybrid jet ski whale thing?
First of all, I was like, that's near my old office. So,
I used to work there.
Yeah, so literally I was mesmerised that this was happening in that dirty piece of water that, that used to be near the office.
Hope you had your jabs.
I was inside. I didn't get moist. I didn't get moist.
But then I was like, that is a different level of fun. Like, and I was just so impressed by how fast it was.
Yeah, 60 miles an hour over the water.
That's mad.
But when you're like, like if you're in a car and you're doing 60 and you're in a car that's high, like a 4x4, it feels fast. But you know, if you're in a sports car and it's low, it feels faster.
Yeah.
I was like half in the water, so I felt like I was doing I felt like I was going to time travel.
So that you actually reached 60 in there?
Yeah, we did 60 above water and 40 underneath the water.
And the waves were slapping the screen as well, innit?
Yeah, man. Well, I was scared that we were going to hit a body or something like that because in the Royal Docks in London...
People swim though. People swim in that water. That's the thing.
I thought the East End gangsters might have thrown a few bodies in there. We might just... you never know.
There's that too.
You never know.
Past victims of the craze.
It's London, man. You come for years, people have been getting thrown in that.
That's near like Custom House in Canning Town. Them areas are nuts now, man.
There you go. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, so you've been pre-ing How to Kill an Hour.
I have been pre-ing.
How's it looking from the outside then?
Do you know what? I've always been one of those people like, I love doing something like give it a go kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is exactly what we all need in our life. Like just tips on things to do when you're bored. Because you know when you're thinking, I haven't been out, I haven't done anything, and like you don't just want to like chill indoors or just go cinema. I've been cinema so many times recently and I've been so disappointed. Yeah. So like now I'm like, what is something I could do that's fun? And when I was just watching the timeline, I'm like, I need to try at least half of this because it's vibes. I love it.
Yeah.
And I was in the same space as you because when I joined the show, like a good couple of years ago now, you really kind of need to step out of that mindset of there's more to life in the capital outside of cinema, the pub and raving.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Literally. Because one of my friends, I only see her when we go raving. It's actually a mess. Like, I've never seen her not moving. So that's a problem. That's something we need to address.
You always seen her doing moves.
Yeah.
Get me, Billy. Is that an alarm going off?
That was funk.
Was it really?
No, Billy just snitched to me, man. I was looking at Billy. Billy, keep your mouth shut, Billy.
First things first. You just cut over Remel as well. Can you apologise to her, please?
You asked me a question.
Oh, he's on fire.
He gets a bit sassy when there's There's some estrogen in the room, doesn't he?
Do you see the hat back to front? He's on it today, boy.
Nah, you like
Billy usually has got his hat on right way around. Now he's got it on back to front like a maverick. I have a feeling if I didn't move that seat the way it is adjusted, he'd slip into the seat with it backwards. You know when someone sits with the chair of their back, the back of the chair on their chest,
front,
and his legs spread eagled across them.
Nah, you lot are deep.
Your two elbows resting on the edge of the top of the
Like
chair.
the Fonz.
Remel.
Like the Fonz.
The Fonz. Billy.
Easy B.
Billy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Anyway, sorry, Remel.
I was gonna say, let Billy live, man. Jeez.
Nah. Can you imagine that? A life where we let Billy live. It's long. So well, thanks for looking at us. We've had our eye on you for ages, Remel. Like, obviously,
thanks,
I've
man.
known you outside of the show, but professionally, I've known of you in the radio world and in TV, and you're absolutely killing it. And I can't wait to talk about what you are doing, what you have done, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Do you mind if we just give our listeners a bit of love? And we got a competition that we need to shout out some winners for. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Wicked.
Okay, yeah. Well, if you missed out on the competition, you like my one? My one was quite good.
Go on. You do one. So, Funk, if they miss the competition this time round, and if you, the listener, would like to get involved in other competitions, Funk, can you explain how you can do that, please?
Okay, there's three ways. You can listen to us each and every week, as you know, where we're going to do a competition. You can follow us on social media platforms. We're How to Kill an Hour across all the platforms.
Yep.
And for the super exclusive across access to our bits, sign up to our mailing list. Simply go to howtokillanhour.com/news.
In fact, we're about to launch a competition that's exclusively for our mailing list you do not want to miss. So once again, howtokillanhour.com/news.
Who are these winners then?
Right, all the winners for our WWE 2K WrestleMania edition game. WrestleMania was the weekend just past before recording this show, by the way. I did not watch it. Billy, did you watch WrestleMania?
Of course he did. I saw him on the timeline up late at night.
Billy is our resident wrestling fan. How was WrestleMania for you?
For the bits that I watched all of it, but I fell asleep during some of it. But it was good.
It was really good, and you fell asleep during some of it.
What was the highlight fight?
I thought the Rousey fight was good.
Okay.
And the Brock fight was so-so, but it was good.
So.
I heard Undertaker made an appearance.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was terrible, man.
Really?
Oh.
Why is that? He's an old man now.
He's getting older, man.
He's proper old.
Squashed Cena is that match over in 3 minutes.
So he beat John Cena?
Yeah, so it's sort of squash in wrestling. It's basically just someone who goes there, beats the shit out of him, and then pins him 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then that was it. That was on.
He's about
that was
70 years old.
Nah, he can't be that
50.
old.
Is he 50?
Sting was a wrestler for longer, and Undertaker's just gassed now. It's just
is he looking juiced again? Because I've seen pictures, and you can Google this at home. If you Google the Undertaker and then Google him like out of the ring, like write something like that in Google, he looks like really frail, but then when he's in the ring, he's back on that juice, man.
I was gonna say, like, his face has always been like mad saggy. So that's what I'm saying. He's been old for time.
Yeah,
I feel like he's always been old from.
It's part of his look. The Undertaker.
Are there any pictures
Old
of him
from
young?
time.
Are there any pictures that exist of him young?
It's like Morgan Freeman. I've never seen him young. You show me Morgan Freeman young. You got to go deep into Google to find that. Anyway, sorry. Our winners are Ricky Chambers from Chesterfield, Rick Leach from Plymouth, and D. Rule Vladimir from Russia. Congratulations to you. You have won yourself a WWE 2K18 WrestleMania edition game. We've had loads of interaction on the social medias over the last week or so because of the competition and other bits and whatnot. So instead of shouting you all out one by one, it would take 1,000,000 years. I'm just going to shout out one person. Before I carry on with this bit of conversation, I need to put this into context. And to get the full context, I suggest you pause this show right now and go and listen to episode number 270 and go to 54 minutes and 20 seconds in. Do that and then come back to us. All right? If you don't want to do that, basically, we had a massive debate about whether you stand up or sit down when wiping your ass after taking a shit.
Don't ask me.
And we even did a public poll, and the public poll had very surprising results. Now, Alexi Nuisance, who on Facebook, he said he's a sitter, by the way. He sits down when he wipes his ass.
A shitter?
He's a sitter when he's a shitter. When he's a shitter, he's a sitter. He said to ask Billy in the next pod if he wipes up or down after a shit. So what I really mean, Billy, is if your let's call your balls and your willies the front, and like your back is the back, obviously. Do you wipe towards the back, or do you wipe? Was it balls to back or back to balls?
I don't know the technique.
You're messy. You just all around.
Wiping it.
He swells.
How can he swells?
Messy.
What, like left and right?
Lionel.
You're just wiping it. You don't go, oh, this time I'm going to go just straight up.
I think I go balls to back.
As long as you ain't going
that way, and then maybe a bit in the other direction.
As long as you're going left to right, though.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, but Billy just said he goes random, diagonal, bruv.
like
All sorts of mess. I do not want to be your washing machine, bruv. Your washing machine must see some sights.
What?
Your washing machine must see some sights, bruv. Your dirty kegs.
I think the washing machine's clogged up.
Yeah.
Why would the washing machine?
Because the skid marks that would be left in your pants after that wipery.
Chunks.
No.
Chunkiness.
So you can. No, I won't say that.
So, Billy, can you answer the question? Can you answer Alexi's question, though? Is your official answer going to be random?
Yeah, I don't really have one. But I'd like to see how you've stretched this. This is 4 weeks ago now.
4 weeks. That's him and his toilet humour.
On My Wife and Kids, they say front to back, front to back.
There you go, front to back.
It's always front to
That's
back.
what you should do. And Remel London says front to back.
What are you going to say, Marcus? What are you? Clockwise.
Yeah.
You just got around the cheeks.
Go around the cheeks.
Spread it like Nutella.
You know what I mean? No. Okay. Right. Anyway, sorry, Remel. Back to you. When you take a shit,
Okay.
do you stand up or sit down to wipe your bottom?
I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at the timeline, and I sat and thought about this the other day. Like, actually sat and thought, bro, have I been doing this wrong? And funnily enough, I was sitting on the toilet when I was looking at the tweets.
Great time to
which
read.
was mad.
Perfect
it was
time to
all mad.
Perfect time.
And I actually thought, what am I about to do now? What's my natural instinct to do now?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I stood up.
You're a stand-up.
Oh, there you go.
Billy's like, we have something in common.
Now, do you know what it is? And I thought about it, and I thought, why do I stand up?
Muscle memory.
But I remember as a kid, obviously when you're learning to use the toilet and stuff,
Right.
your natural thing is that you hop off.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I feel like you hop off the toilet, and then it's all a process that you're remembering. Okay, get the tissue, do this, do that. So I feel like that's what's still in me now. Like I stand up because I'm like, well, I got to stand up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the tissue and then I'm gonna do it. So it's like it became a routine. And
we need to get a scientist because it's obviously learned behavior.
Yeah, I
learned
think it is
behavior.
learned behavior.
Well, we did do the poll, and the thing is, it was 60-40. So it wasn't like you're not part of a very small majority of people.
Yeah.
In fact, in a room full of 4 people.
50%.
Right, all right, it is right in a room. Wait,
well, yeah, right
Frank,
now.
Frank, do you
Right
stand?
now.
You stand up?
You stand up?
to wipe after a shit?
Yeah.
I'm the minority.
The
What the
AFC.
fuck?
The thing is, because JME tweeted this a couple, I think it was about a year ago as well, and like he went in on everyone that stood up. I felt ashamed. I didn't even try and entertain the timeline. I thought, you know what, I'm not even gonna answer this. And he was like, you lot are nasty. How can you spreading it all through your cheeks? And I was like, bro, I don't know what kind of tsunami explosion is coming out of your butt.
He's vegan, so he's on a different diet.
Yeah,
to me, you know, you never know.
His is probably mad messy.
I reckon he's very regular. Very regular.
Pure avocado.
Fibrous. And Oreos.
But all
Oreos are vegan. Hey, listen, Oreos are vegan.
Is it?
Are they?
Yeah. But all I was thinking is, right, it's not that deep. Like, I don't feel like I'm filthy afterwards because I clean. Like, I wipe to the point of, obviously, okay. Now, this is a dirty question.
Yeah.
Do you check the tissue?
Always have to check. I always have to check. I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, that's
Really?
it.
I don't want to make a mistake and be in a rush and walk around and like
Listen.
think like an hour later, like, oh man, I need to wipe again. No, the first wipe, I'm not looking at that because I know what's
You've done what you've
cracking.
done.
But I need to know whether it's like by the third wipe or the fourth wipe, whether we polished off or not.
But what are you checking for? Are you trying to give yourself a score? Yeah. Do you look back in the toilet bowl and that's a 9 out of 10?
I don't look down into the toilet.
It's quite big
until afterwards. That's the next step.
quite big. This one's got ridges.
Right. Anyway,
give myself a 9 out of 10.
You know what?
This got mad.
We need to bin this. We've binned it now. So
Flush.
sorry, Remel.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself. That's a long flush.
Innit?
That's a good flush. Oh wow. Somebody must have held the flush down there.
That's not the new style of toilets either.
Yeah.
Because you know the new ones
with the button.
Yeah, the button. Yeah. That's not the button. That's the old school chain.
The chain.
That true fact, actually made by a guy called Thomas Crapper, and that's why we call it the Crapper.
Really?
Real fact.
Okay.
There you go. How to clean our? We teach you shit.
Do you know how many times I busted that chain though?
Oh man,
too much.
Yeah,
too much strength.
Yeah,
we've all busted the chain somewhere.
Yeah,
school, everything.
Do you know what? All right, real talk. I'm gonna shout out one of my boys. I'm gonna call him. I'm not even gonna mention his name or
name
his
him.
Name. No, I can't.
Name him.
Was in Iron Appa, and he was a young teenager. Had a great time. Met a nice lady in a rave. Went back to her place. Had a bit of fun. Obviously, he's drank a lot, ate a lot of bad food. He's done his job well, so she's having a sleep. He went to the bathroom, took a massive shit, and broke her toilet. And he said, bruv, he was there. Like, can you imagine that? You're in the bathroom, you've just taken a shit. It's like 6 a.m. probably, and you're thinking, how do I fix this?
#men are trash. Is that how he repays her?
He had 3 options. 1, he tried to fix it and continued at it. 2,
how?
He wakes her up and tells her that he broke the toilet and apologizes. 3, he gets the fuck out of there.
Yep. Of course he
Guess
done
what
number
one
3.
he did?
Of course he done number 3.
He ran.
Fast.
He dedicated 45 minutes to fixing that toilet.
Oh, really?
And he said he managed to find a receptacle, like a bowl, and he filled it with water and went for the manual pour flush.
He needs to go on The Apprentice because I like that work ethic.
I like his dedication. But
Sir Sugar will like that.
But he was like, afterwards, bruv, I opened every window, but she must have known because the place stank of shit, bro.
I'm impressed they didn't run now. I'm really impressed.
Yeah. I mean,
she knew because she woke up with a cold. She was chilly. She's just like, I didn't leave the windows open.
Why are all of the windows open? Why is there no toilet paper? Anyway,
oh my God.
Sorry, Remel.
Yeah.
Tell us and the listener about you, because we have listeners, as you know, from Russia and all over the world, like Vladimir. So tell them about Remel. Who's Remel London? Well,
Remel London I am a presenter. I work in TV, radio. I do live events. So that's what I've spent my years crafting. I've done a lot of online stuff as well, and it's been good. It's been a vibe for the last couple of years, and recently joined Capital Extra on the radio. So I'm enjoying the fruits of my labour.
Yeah, and in terms of labour, like what we had a quick conversation before we pressed record, and you are a very active person that creates your own opportunities. I feel like you create your own hype, like, without disrespecting others. There are some people that,
which may I add is a rarity in the game.
A very rare thing in the game to find people that create their own products and put out stuff out there. So there was like you had your own show, for example, as well. But before all of that, like where did this all come from? When did you decide, like, hang on, I'm going to be Remel London. I'm going to be out there as a presenter. I'm going to do everything myself.
Well, do you know what? As a kid, because like I said, I like doing things. I like finding new stuff to do. So as a kid, I was always like, throwback, Yellow Pages. Yeah. I literally used to
Yellow
flick
Pages.
Through. Can you imagine? I literally used to flick through.
I'm sorry to stop you. You're going to have to actually explain to Billy what the Yellow Pages are.
Yeah, remember, anytime you use that antiquated lingo, right?
What the fuck are you on about?
You got to school these kids, man.
No.
So the Yellow Pages.
We old out here now.
Google is the Yellow Pages.
Basically.
Look at Billy doesn't know what it is. Billy, do you know what
Billy's Googling the Yellow Pages.
You don't know what Yellow Pages is, Billy.
Sorry. Thompson Local.
Oh, okay.
What colour was it though? What colour was it?
Blue.
Of course. Okay. So Yellow Pages was yellow, and it was a directory of all of the things that in your area. So if you go to T and you're looking for toy shop, it will give you the phone number, the address, if it had an email address back then.
This is how us 80s babies could prank call people, innit?
Literally, you could call anyone. And I literally used to go through the Yellow Pages and be like, Mum, can I try this? Mum, can I do this? Mum, can I do that? And like, I always think, like my mum had mad patience, because like, why did she even entertain all of this?
Shouts to Mumsy.
Yeah, for real. And like, a lot of it, I realised again, a lot of it was free trials. So you go for that one free trial. Did you like it? Then you make that decision. And then, so yeah, my mum was really encouraging and like just being open to things. And I just realised that I really just like performing, like the idea of performing. Because most things I looked for were like tap dancing or ballet or something like that. And I just like the idea of performing. So I kind of looked deeper into that as I was getting older, like in my teens, and I realised I think I want to be a presenter.
Okay.
So from there, I went to uni, and then, but while I was at uni, I'll never forget our head of department said, like, look, if you came into this job to get money, you might as well leave now because there's no guarantee that you're going to make money in broadcasting. And we were all like, raw. Like, that was the first day I was like, this is serious. And then I remember it was second year, she was like, you lot need to start looking for work placements, blah, 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 blah. Like, they put it on us early, which was like, I really appreciate as well. So I was always on the hunt for things. And, but then I was getting loads of no's. Like loads and loads and no's. And I was like, this is long, man. I just need to do something. So we had the opportunity to like hire out equipment. So while I was at uni, I used to hire out equipment all the time and just film stuff locally. Yeah. And then when I got back to London, 'cause I went to uni in Leeds, I still kind of had that same mentality. And I was like, listen, I need to get a camera. I need to get out there. And that's how I ended up getting involved with like Link Up TV and like I Love Live and all these other events because I was just out and I was thinking I need to cover this. One, because I was just excited. Like I love the idea of like going to a music show and coming home and reviewing it and all that kind of stuff. And then people saw that in me and were like, oh, you should do this more often and you should do a YouTube channel and so I did it. Like, so I was just very receptive to like things that were open, like, oh yeah, you're right, I should do that. And I just did it. So I guess I just never second guessed anything. I just thought, there's a gap, no one else is doing this, so let me do that. So that's how a lot of my events came about.
And that's interesting as well, because that moment the teacher kind of gave everyone that dose of reality. Obviously the class must have just diminished by like 60%. Everyone just like,
there was only like 30 people in my class anyway. So it was, and she was even like, the law department's over there, medicine buildings that way. If you're looking for jobs with money, feel free to drop out and sign up again because she was just like keeping it real, like this job isn't about money, you gotta be here because you want to be here.
And what was it you actually studied? What was the name of your course?
Broadcast journalism.
Broadcast journalism.
Right. So specific in radio production and TV production. So I just thought, well, it's a good idea to know how these things work because like, it's one thing to be a presenter, but it's another thing to know how to produce, direct and all that kind of stuff because I've seen how amazing that has been a part of my career so far because I can do a lot of things myself. So
I was going to say, do you find that helps having knowledge in production with you top to bottom? When you have an idea, you can kind of understand what resources are needed to make it happen and who you need. Because you produce, your own things, you exec produce them.
Defo. Like I have my vision and I map it out. But I think in my head, in reality, there'd be separate roles for everything that I have in my head. But I'm like, no, I know how to do that, so I'm going to do that, and that, and that. So it's because it even got to a point with one of my shows, like I had a team and they were like, right, on the day, Remel, you're not allowed to do anything. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, what do you mean? They were like, you're a presenter, just present on the day. And I was like, but what happens if they were like, don't worry about it, like that's what we're here for. But and it's one of those things like I had to unlearn doing everything. Because I guess it can be like too much.
Delegating's tough, especially when you feel like the person that you're delegating to or the people that you're delegating to aren't doing it to the standard that you would have expected.
So. I've had loads of teams and I've always had amazing people that I work with, and I have had to open up and let things go sometimes because I'm like, actually, they can do that better than me. And but that is, again, it's a learning curve. Like, you have to realise you can't do everything. And especially, I remember when I first kind of got back to London and was in the scene and I was doing loads of things. Like, I was a promoter, I was hosting, I was doing I was doing everything. Someone actually said, what is it you actually do? And I was like, nah, that's a problem. Because I'm like, the fact that you don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing the most, that's a problem.
Do you find that's a problem though in 2018 as a presenter powerhouse like yourself, that you have to do everything just to be able to survive in this industry?
It's weird because it's got to the point where people now expect you. Like, I've had talks where people have said, do you know what, you need an agent or you need a manager because you can't be having those big conversations anymore. Because I don't know why, but people don't like it when you talk about money to them. They'd rather hear it from someone else on your behalf. So if I'm like, yeah, that costs, they were like, raw. They take it super personal. So if you had a manager saying it, I don't know why it would soften the blow. So I've learned that sometimes you need to have those extra people in place to represent you or all that kind of stuff. So I'm learning that I can't do everything. I can't be this, but obviously I can say what I want done and have it done. But for some reason, people are still struggling with the idea of like a woman or anybody being the independent manager doing everything. And
we've got a long way to go before we close that gender inequality.
Because there's so many people that have said, like, you know, if I say a fee, they'll ask me, what exactly am I paying for? And I'm like, hold on a minute. You hollered at me, and now I give you a fee, and now you're asking me, what do I get? Like, you want me to break it down as in, okay, cool. On Tuesday, I'm going to post the post on Instagram. On Wednesday, I'm going to tweet the flyer and da-da-da. I'm like, rah, like, that, I'm not a promoter. Like, you've booked me because you want a service, but for some reason, they feel like I need to break it down. If they ask someone else, they might not be asking those, because I'm not expensive. Like, like not in terms of like mainstream commercial. Some people get like grands to do an appearance. I'm getting like a few hundred here or there to host a whole show for a day or maybe a weekend, or do you get what I mean? And but I'm getting asked what are you paying for? But then other people aren't getting that asked that. It's just, oh, of course they're $5,000 for half an hour.
When did you first notice that you were being second guessed for your skills and attributes in the industry as opposed to everyone else, your peers?
I think
was it very early on that you noticed that this is going to be tough for me because I'm a woman entering into a field dominated majority by men?
I think it was the first time I was asked for a booking fee by a friend. And then they queried it with me and they said, why did you say that price? I'm sure it wasn't even expensive. I think it was like £50 to like host an event. And they said, why is it 50? Why do I have to pay £50? And I was like, because I'm hosting, no? And they were like, I'm like that's minimum. Like, that's not even like, that's not even a lot, like for hosting, for a hosting gig. And they were like, but it's funny how this guy flipped it on me. He was like, nah, man, you need to know your worth. Like, are you there yet? And I was like, and I'm realizing, did you just hear what you said? You're asking me if I know my worth, but you're saying I'm not worth £50. And that was a moment where I was like, how can you ask me that and then tell me that I'm not worth £50?
Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is a mess. And I was like, this is going to be a question that people are going to ask. So now I was like, that's when I was like, I need to make sure that I have credentials. Like, I need to back it up and be like, but this is what I have done. So that's why it's that price. So if I, like, you know, obviously you can't put a price on, like, I don't know, it is hard to put a price on your worth. But at the same time, I know that I've been offered this much by another person before. So that's how much I feel like minimum. And that feels right. Like, if I had to be outside for a whole day and someone offered me £200, I'll be like, I feel like that's all right. And it depends what it is. Like, there's been times where, you know, people have asked me to do charity events and they're like, we don't have a budget, but I will give you food. And
I'm in.
Are they assuming that you're greedy?
And some of them, sometimes I'm like, do I stand for this charity? Do I want to be associated with this organisation? And then I'll be like, okay, cool, the food is cool. But then there's another time where you'll see that the tickets are £30 and you have to be there from 12 p.m. and it finishes at midnight. And they're like, yeah, all we got is we got a food budget for you. Oh, we can cover travel expenses. Bruv, why are your tickets £30? And you're expecting 200 people to come. You're telling me you can't give me at least something. That's the reality of it.
If the food isn't seasoned, you still invoice them.
If it's just sandwiches, is it a definite no?
It's mad. It's mad. Like,
in fact, Funk, we went to an event once, and apparently for their main stage, they only gave the performers, I think it's warm water. No, one bottle of water between like a number of them.
That's
anyway,
mad.
We won't get too deep into that.
They were sipping bottle cap water.
I think, sharing. It depends how close they were. They might have had to sky it, but so you have the skill set of a multimedia producer, but you decided to lock it down and become a presenter. And I think this is when we kind of saw you doing more. I'm a 100% presenter stuff like What's Up TV. Talk to us about that, because I feel like you've been a part of that Sky TV show from the beginning.
So long.
Where did it come from?
So basically, What's Up TV is part of a production company called Littlemore Productions. Because obviously...
A little more.
Black people. No, do you know what? The owner and founder of Littlemore Production is a guy called Bob Clark, and he's amazing.
Yep.
He is the most... The thing is, he's not yard, but he's so proud to be Jamaican. Like, he wears a Jamaican t-shirt every shoot.
Okay.
He wears a Jamaican hat.
Wow.
Every shoot.
He's like Batman. He's just got the wardrobe of just...
Literally, I don't know
what am I going to wear today?
I don't know how many Jamaica t-shirts or hats he has, but he is proud, and everyone, it's like that uncle where you're like, oh, that's Uncle Bob. Like, and like, he cares so much about youth. Like, he's from Northwest London as well, so like, he cares so much about the youth. And he actually started a charity called Mama Youth Project. And what that does is it recruits young people that want to get into TV, and this is their first TV credit. So they get to produce, direct, shoot, everything, research, the whole thing.
Amazing.
So all these kids do all of this, and they all end up getting jobs at Sky, the BBC, like the big, like Endemol, like
awesome.
The big, massive production company. So yeah, Mama Youth and Littlemore is like an amazing platform. And for me, they're very keen on like getting diverse presenters that are on the come up kind of thing. So all of us have been there from our early beginnings kind of thing, and so many of us have all gone on to do other things. Like AJ, he went on to be on Kiss FM.
Shouts to AJ.
Yeah, man. And then like, you know, me and Jacqueline, we do loads of things like hosting events. Jacqueline works on like loads of red carpet premieres and stuff like that. Obviously I do what I do. We've got another presenter called Nicole. She works for Arsenal TV now and all that kind of stuff. So everyone goes on.
That must be a really hard job for her at the moment. Sorry, Remel. Let's keep me. Brother, I'm an Arsenal supporter.
But she's doing well. Like, she's doing bits. Like,
she is. Definitely.
Yeah, like, it's massive. And
we don't mention the 8-word man.
I'm sorry.
Billy's laughing. Don't know what you're laughing about.
Scumbag. Anyway, Remel, sorry.
But yeah, like we all started off doing little bits here and there, like one interview here and there kind of thing, and then and now, for me, like, I progressed to become one of the main presenters as well. So it's been such a key point. And they get big artists. Like, I've interviewed Tito Jackson, Common.
Tito Jackson?
Yeah, one of the Jacksons, you know.
That's
like,
crazy.
They get massive, like, acts coming through.
Yeah.
Like, Nicole interviewed Fergie. We had UB40 on, like, and it's so like, it's random. We'll be like, why are these people on the show? And it's like, why not? And like, that's how they see it. They see it as, why not? If you're promoting something, or if you're, you know, they really care about getting untold stories, or like new features, like new music, new artists. Like Notes was on the last series, like, and then we got UB40 as well. Or we got like, it's so diverse, and it's been a great journey.
And it's not just music though, there's stories in there as well.
There's at the end of each episode there's a segment called Meaningful Ending. So it's usually about someone's journey. It might be a poem, it might be a dance piece. Like, I've never seen anything like on TV like this before. So the fact that they take that in, and we always support a charity as well. Yeah. So last season we were supporting SUDEP, which is sudden unexpected death in epilepsy. And which a lot of people don't know. A lot of people with epilepsy don't realise that you can die.
Yeah.
If you have a seizure, you can die, and no one. There's no diagnosis for it. That's why it's sudden unexpected death. So we were promoting that the whole season, and yeah, man, like, I'm learning every time I'm on the show. So it's been a pleasure working with them. But
educational and innovative.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And it's a family show. Like, it's literally for everyone. So
it's on Sky TV. Where can we find it? What channel?
It's on Sky One.
Sky One, you know. One.
Not Sky 6.
Yeah.
Or 8.
Not Culture Channel 57798.
We progressed, because originally it was on Pick TV.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? Even going further back, this was originally a street DVD, because Bob's old
really?
School. Bob's old school. So
I'm sorry, Remel, can you just explain to Billy what a DVD is?
So a DVD, what is it?
Versatile
disc, yeah, digital versatile disc, yeah.
Wow, that's what it's actually called. And this is how we used to watch movies.
A DVD.
Divda. Yeah.
Divda. So it ended up, it originally was a street DVD, which used to literally probably get handed out in Harsden. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Harsden High Road, you want a DVD? I'm sure that's exactly how it happened. And then it progressed to Pick TV, which is a part of Sky.
Okay.
And then it started off as Sky 3, then Sky 3 changed its name to Pick TV, and then Sky were like, do you know what, this show's actually doing well, like the ratings were like so good, they were like, oh, we might as well just put it on Sky 1. Like Sky were just like, yeah, go on then.
Amazing.
I don't know how that conversation happened, but they were like, yeah, go on then, put it on Sky 1.
And when can we find, and can we find it online?
It's currently, you can watch old episodes on the WhatsApp TV YouTube channel.
Yep.
People always call it WhatsApp. It's so bad. Like, so you work for WhatsApp?
Oh, a WhatsApp TV show.
Yeah.
Down in the DMs.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, no, it's WhatsApp. Like, what's up?
What's up?
But it's currently on demand still for a couple more weeks, I think, before Sky like get rid of it. You know, they have to clean out the box collection. But then we're reshooting our next season 14. It's mad. From this end of this month. So
awesome.
It should be out in the summer again.
14 seasons deep.
Mad.
And I feel like it's
longer than Friends, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's a lot.
I feel like I do like it. It's a great show. It's a really good watch.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, man. So then that's one of your TV gigs.
Yeah.
And then after a brief stint at BBC Radio 1 Extra, that was your first like national radio gig. You're now on Capital Extra.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, man.
Sorry, that's so. I love hearing the extras because people get so confused.
Capital 1 Extra.
Yeah. Oh.
Capital 1 Extra.
People get so confused. I'm like, no.
Has someone ever said that before?
All
the time, bruv. I've been on both of it, so they're like, Marcus, how's Capital 1 Extra?
Oh, mate, everyone spells extra wrong. Like.
They put the E in there.
E.
There's always an E. There's always an E in there. Yeah. But no, I love it. I absolutely love being on Capital Extra. No E. It's like, it's so mad because I used to be a runner. I used to do work experience at Capital and formerly Choice FM. Mm-hmm. So the fact that I'm actually on air now in that studio, which was like a mythical place before.
Yeah.
All I knew about was Capital Extra through the radio in my kitchen. Yeah. Now I'm on the radio, and when I get home, my mum tells me she was listening to me in the kitchen. I'm like, that's nuts.
It's very surreal.
Yeah, like people still message me, and I'm like, swear you were listening. It still hasn't hit for some reason. Yeah. Like it still hasn't hit. When people Snapchat me like, oh yeah, listening to you in the car. I'm like, really? I don't know why, but it's because it was such a dream and it felt so unreachable. Yeah. And now that I'm on the radio, I'm like, wow.
Do you ever feel like, what do I do now? I'm here.
Yeah, there has been. Someone asked me that I think it was a couple of weeks ago, like a Q&A or something. They were like, so, like, are you happy? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a way they phrased it, and they were like, oh, so, what's better than like Capital Extra kind of thing, or like what's next, like how do you go higher than Capital Extra? And now I'm like, I actually need to start thinking bigger than this, because this was the goal, and now I'm like, I need to change my whole mindset about what my goal is now.
They were trying to gauge that now that you've defeated the end boss, are you going to carry on playing this computer game? Or are you going to put the control pad down?
Yeah, and I'm like,
that's what happens in the game. Some people, they put the control pad down, they start gathering dust. Yeah, and someone comes whizzing past them. So
and I'm like, I can't stop now.
Yeah,
because I completed the boss.
Yeah,
like cool.
Yeah.
When's the next update?
You win.
Literally, that's what I'm like. What's literally, I'm like, I won, because that is the worst feeling when you complete a game and you're like, because I just finished watching Scandal and I completed it. I'm like, what now? What do I do? So now it's that same feeling of I just completed a series.
Yeah.
Cool.
When you finally decide what you're going to be doing, I presume you're going to be letting us know on social media.
Yeah,
right?
Obviously.
So you're a rare gem in the industry. Everyone needs to be behind you. So how can they follow you on social media and get behind all the platforms, and so we can get our Remel t-shirts out and our banners, and we can march down the street behind you like a Janet Jackson video. What was that Janet Jackson video? Rhythm Nation.
That's it.
We can all dance in unison behind you, Remel.
I'm on it. So how you can sign up for the march is at Remel_London.
Yep.
And that's me on the Twitter, on the Instagram. I deleted Snapchat. One Snapchat.
Yeah.
But
we'll talk about that later. Yeah.
Oh mate.
don't like Snapchat either.
I'm over it. Also, Facebook, I use it now and again. And I've got a website, remellondon.com.
Okay.
Oh, and a YouTube channel, Remel London.
You've got a new subscriber right now. Mm-hmm. His name's Billy Wright. He is subscribed to all of your social medias right now. Billy, why are you so like that for? It's a bit stalkery, bro. Bill?
He's like, subscribe.
He's helping me. He's
Give
helping
a little
me.
bit of time, like cool in it, like later on, maybe when the episode actually drops. Oh, hey Remel, just do like that little tweet, like nice to meet you the other days. Play me up, play it quietly.
Now he
Thumbs up,
can't do that.
thumbs up.
Like, he actually can't send
No,
that.
Billy, you have to. The day this episode drops, you have to tweet, "Hey Remel, it's great meeting you. Thumbs up," because that's like neutral in it. Don't do like the what's that?
The okay
sign. 'Cause that's a bit like pervy. And don't do the eggplant, Billy. Don't do the eggplant and water splash.
Emoji etiquette.
Remember what happened last time you did that, Bill? Remel_London.
REMEL. Just to clarify.
And we'll put links to all of that on the howtokillanhour.com.
Oh yeah, of course. We'll put it on the website and we'll put it in the show description as well.
Safe.
So we like to talk about how each of the presenters have killed some time every week in a little section we call Kill a Bit. Let's start with you. How you been killing some time this week, Remel?
So this week, what have I been doing? Oh, I've been playing Sims.
Yeah.
Really? Are you a Sims fan?
Do you
Which
know
Sims?
what?
Sims. Is Sims still about?
Okay, it's on my phone.
Okay.
It's an app on the phone.
Yeah.
And it is literally killing an hour because it's time.
Yeah.
It's actual real time. So, I downloaded the app a couple weeks ago because my colleague, Yinka Bikini at Capital Extra.
Shout out to Yinka.
Yeah, shout out Yinka. She was like, after her show, I was like, oh, what are you doing today? She literally said, I'm going home to play Sims.
Wow.
And I was like, this is mad.
Oh, hold on. If any of you lot know Yinka, that is something that she would say.
Yep. And it blew my mind to the point where I was like, right, how do I get in this? Like, how do I get onto Sims? And she was like, I've got, someone gave me, she said her friend gave her an old laptop and it had Sims on it.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, man, I've been busting up Sims for like the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And I was like, sick. And at first I was a little bit like, right, that's mad. But I was like, no, this sounds like a motive. Because it was just before Easter. I thought, let me, Easter weekend, let's get on it. So the phone one isn't as advanced as the original. Because they're building houses and stuff, all the kind of whole towns and cities. Mine's more personal.
Okay.
Mine's like, I'm nurturing a child now.
You have a child?
I have a child. I have a child. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like,
how was childbirth in Sims?
Do you know what? Really quick. Really, really quick.
Just tap the screen.
Basically, it said, do you want to have a baby? Say, yeah.
Did you have to do an in-app purchase for that?
Basically, I had to buy the basket, the Moses basket. Right. That's the only way I was allowed to have a baby. I had to buy a Moses basket, and then I clicked on the Moses basket. It said, do you want a baby? So yeah.
And the baby just appeared.
The baby appeared.
Did you design the baby as well?
Yeah. No. Do you know what? I just thought about it, yeah? I didn't actually have the opportunity. I gave it a name.
Yeah.
She's called Rhea King.
Okay.
I really like this name, Rhea King. I don't know where it came from, but I love it now.
It's a very Hollywood name.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, she's going to be a star.
That's some kind of star name still when I think about that. Rhea King. Hey, that's some kind of star's name. Sorry.
But the thing that blew my mind the other day, so obviously the mum, you can't, like, there's minimal interaction when the baby's in the crib and stuff.
Okay. Right.
So it just says, check on the baby.
Okay.
Like, give the baby a bottle. It takes 5 seconds. Like, literally, it's really, really unfortunate to be fair. Yeah. But then the other day, it said, Rhea's, no, did it even say? I think it said briefly, like, Rhea's old enough to be a toddler. The way the baby hopped out the crib and just started walking, bopped out the house.
Left the house?
As a toddler?
Left the whole house.
That's some bad parenting, man.
Whole house. And then my
Why did you stop the baby?
No, the thing is, my character, so the mum, what's the mum's name? What's her name?
I thought it would have been called Remel.
Actually, no, I didn't want to do that.
Too personal. That would be too personal.
Okay.
So the mum, at the time, she was busy doing her hobby.
Okay.
She couldn't even go and collect her child. Literally, my mind was blown. I was like, so hold on, you're telling me this baby can bop out the house and the mum can't even do nothing about it because she's busy playing her guitar?
Wow.
It's deep. Now, when you really, really think about it, this is messed up.
So what are your family plans for Sims? Like,
So the thing is, okay, so we have a husband, which the dad, obviously.
okay.
And
How did you meet?
he was just walking past the yard.
Just holiday.
You have to build a relationship.
Okay.
But then, you know, you have to click like, oh, do you want to take this further? All that kind of stuff. They got engaged, they got married, and then that's that. You had to be married to have a child.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to be married.
Okay.
Yeah, serious.
The makers of these games are religious, aren't they?
Yeah.
Proper, innit? So, but I don't have control over the husband. It's mad, innit? This is
Not
getting
like,
mad deep.
not like real life. Not like real life.
He's not my character. So I can't actually...
Oh, so he's an online character somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is he someone?
I don't think he's someone.
AI? He's just AI.
Yeah, he's just AI.
Oh, he is AI. Okay.
I think so. I think
okay.
because I don't know anymore. Because you can only play this game while you got Wi-Fi or thing.
Yeah.
So it could be someone, you know.
Wouldn't it be great if
interesting.
there's a guy right now sitting down with his friends, bruv, I left the house just to go to work, yeah, and I came back and the toddler was walking down the street and she was playing a fucking guitar. Goddamn guitar! Could you imagine?
It's mad. So I have no control over his interaction with the child, all that kind of stuff. So I was actually like, nah, this is a problem. I've been trying to figure out how do I make him mine? Like, how do I make him my character?
Right.
Because I need him to interact with this child. This is real life.
I've got an idea for you.
He's a black man as well.
Can you?
Oh,
Sims.
man.
How you gonna do us like that in the coding, Sims? How you gonna code that in?
You need to take it to the Maori
That's
show
cold.
on The Sims. Take it to the Maori
That
show.
is cold.
Take it to the Maori show.
How you gonna do that,
It's
Sims?
serious.
All right. Can you build walls and stuff?
Yeah. So
Why don't you just build a wall around your husband,
Like
and
Fortnite?
and put a door there
He can get
and
out.
put a child in?
He can get out. He can honestly do what he wants.
Can he get through the wall?
He could do, mate. He could do my child bopped out the house.
It's like you married Terminator.
What?
This guy.
Nah, I haven't
He's
seen him
unstoppable.
walk through the walls, literally.
Okay.
But like, there's no restrictions for him. He can go. He can leave. Come and go as he pleases.
Okay, so right, so so there's a lot going on in Sims for you at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
How many hours a day are you spending on this? To be honest,
Do you know what's mad as well? I noticed when you play it, it doesn't let like notifications come through. It's mad.
Wow.
So you
That's
end
good.
up staying in the game,
so you lose time
mate.
in the Matrix.
I think the only thing that can come through is a phone call. I think that's the only thing.
Seriously,
Maybe a text, but no one texts no more. So
Yeah.
all my WhatsApp stop, everything, all notifications stop. It's actually like I'm in there. So I don't actually know how long I've been in there. More time I'm probably there for like, I reckon 45 minutes at a time I'm playing it.
I think Billy's downloading it now so he can make a proposal.
Yeah.
He wants to
Get some-
replace your husband.
Get some adultery going on in there, innit?
But there's options for all of that, man. It's
Really?
always asking, do you want to flirt with this next body? It's always asking things. Yeah, it's really bad. There's options for so much.
I don't know about you, but I personally, well, I can't do it now because you're a lovely person, but I would like judge somebody's life on Sims and say that's what your life is like in real life.
Yeah.
But for you, were you just playing out a different life?
Now, do you know what? I modelled it quite. It's very. I'm very morally conscious while playing this. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird because I've been making some judgments based on, and I'm stereotyping a lot. Like I look at the characters and I'm like, do I want to be friends with this one? Okay. No, I'll choose this one instead.
Yeah.
It's weird, like how emotionally connected you get to the characters and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, would she want to be friends with this person? Like, is she going to build a relationship? She can't talk to him because then she'll be cheating on so-and-so. It's mad.
Interesting.
This is why the game has been around for so long.
It's true.
Sims. It's been around. I don't even know. Bill, do you mind finding out how long The Sims has been out around for? Because I feel
been
like
a long
it's
time.
been out for like
That's
my
from my
whole
childhood.
life.
Yeah, that's definitely childhood.
Ages. What's up, Bill?
First release, February 4th, 2000.
Really?
Really? Sim City
18
was before that.
18
Sim City
years.
was the game before that. That was it. So
Well,
yeah.
SimCity's older than Sims.
So Sim City
is it?
was the prerequisite for Sim.
SimCity, 1989.
No,
That's my year of birth. What?
wow. Whoa. 28. That's a franchise.
I feel old.
That's it. I feel very, very old. So you're playing it on your phone. Are you an iPhone user?
Yeah, iPhone user.
How much did the app cost?
It's free.
It's free, so
brilliant.
you can get
Totally
that. Click
free.
the link in the show description.
Yep.
That's your killer bit for the week. What's your killer bit for the week, Funk?
My killer bit. I've been on Netflix past couple of days.
Okay, what you got for us? Because you've been recommending some of that juice.
Yeah, please send
I've
recommendations.
been watching.
Funk's got the juice.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of anime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard they've uploaded a lot of anime recently.
Yeah. And when I say that normally in the company of females, they tend to go, "Oh, really?
Oh, a big man like you watching cartoons.
I'll be leaving now."
No, my family are stans for anime. My boyfriend watches anime all the time, so I understand.
This is the
Thank
thing.
you,
It's
Remel.
got such a
understand.
bad press because people don't understand. It's actually just animation with adult themes, so you
Yes.
can
Yeah.
get with it. You can.
Some of it's dark.
Yeah, you can properly relate to it.
Violent,
Mate.
dark, deep.
Yeah.
So I've been watching this series. It's called One Punch Man. It is absolutely hilarious, and it's about this guy called Saitama, and he's just a hero for hire. But it literally kind of is a satirical view on the kind of the hero culture, and especially in light of the way every summer there's a hero blockbuster. Everyone's kind of fascinated about the heroes, and this series kind of looks at this character, and he's just irrationally strong.
Okay.
Like he's just ridiculously strong. Like he's One Punch Man. Basically, I don't want to like reveal too much about how he got his strength here.
Yeah.
And that in itself is hilarious. But he trained so hard, to get to his power level that he lost all his hair. So that's why he's bald. Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy is this bald guy, very comical face, very blasé approach to his powers and how strong he is, and he's really frustrated that no one can really challenge him because he just ends fights with one punch.
Okay.
And there's all these different characters. There's these different tiers of heroes. There's rank C, B, rank C, B, A, and then S level heroes, and they've got different attributes. And this guy, he's kind of like. It kind of mocks at the kind of the celebrity approach of these heroes. So some heroes are really popular through social media because they're good looking or they turn up, yet there's no knowledge of how he is actually winning his fight. So a lot of the battles of these monsters are coming in. He's the main one that's actually kind of doing away with all the monsters, but because he's not in the official ranking level of this hero society, the plaudits go to all these other kind of heroes with their cool names and everything. He doesn't even, no one even really knows his actual hero name yet. He just introduces us as Saitama. He's very, very humble. I guess it's a little bit like in the music industry when you walk up to some of these DJs and they actually introduce themselves with their DJ name, and you're just like, okay, you're really in character now, aren't you? Kind of.
Yeah.
And I find myself actually doing that. So, I'm Kwame. And you're, okay, I'm Funk Butcher kind of thing. And he's a little bit like that. He's a little bit removed from the whole gloss and glamour of but it's really, really hilarious. So,
I don't think I've seen another sort of satirical anime before that actually rips itself. And the way that they position it, if you weren't in, if that was the first ever bit of anime you watched, you wouldn't even get it. But it's, bruv, we can't say, but the training regime that he does to get his powers.
Wow. Okay.
When you watch it,
I'm really like, I have to watch it to visualize.
Yeah, and I think it's the first time I've actually seen like the sense of humor, the Japanese sense of humor displayed in anime.
Okay.
Because a lot of the stuff in anime you've seen about how they kind of perceive like their violence and action and all that kind of stuff, but the humor is very it clicks with kind of the Western sentiments because we were watching it and we get it completely. Kind of
that's
thing.
what I was thinking.
But it's really, 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 really good.
So that's One Punch Man on Netflix. Wicked. I've been doing a couple of things this week. Apple sent us the HomePod a few weeks ago. We got an Alexa and we've also got Google Home. So we've got all of those, and there's a lot of debate going around about which one of them is the cleverest, which one of them is the best. I still think that that's a conversation that needs to be had. But we did a test where we wanted to test out which one had the best personality. Okay. Right? So there's a video, there's a link to it in the show description. You can check the whole thing out there. But I will say one of the questions I did ask was, can you beatbox, right? Here's what Google did.
Boots and cats, boots and cats.
Boots and cats, all right? Yep. Here's what Apple did.
Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Here's what Alexa did. Jeez! Hey.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Mad.
Yeah. So so like
that's quite scary.
Yeah. Do you know what? In the video,
wait, that means that Alexa was prepared for that question.
Yeah.
Like on a different level.
Yeah, and like had personality with it, like because I feel like like we all know. I think all three of those products. If I was like put a date in the diary and let Remel London and Funk Butcher know that on X day we're going to sit down at 9 a.m. and record How to Kill an Hour, I reckon we could get that done.
Yeah.
But I feel like moving forward, I want Iron Man. I want Jarvis. That's
Aren't you
what I
scared
want.
about this though? Because my cousin was saying this. He was like, "Nah, man, I'm not liking how all these machines are telling me and giving me like actual that they're thinking."
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Well, one day they will take over the world and kill us all. But
Nah,
until then,
man.
I'm just going to enjoy it. Like, I think the bad day for me will be when I go like, Alexa, can you order me a Domino's pizza? And it'll be like, no, you've had enough Domino's pizza. Why don't you go for a run? Then I'll be like,
Wow.
oh shit, yeah. That'll be the bad day for
And
me.
that's going to happen soon. That'll happen in the next 5 years.
Oh man,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, definitely.
Not my Domino's.
No more pizza.
Yeah, no more. That's one way I've been killing time. The other way I've been killing time is I've been on the gram just looking at random shit. And there was this website.
Excuse me.
You know what? I've got to be honest. Like like Yinka said, I'm going to go home and play The Sims.
Yeah.
Some people would do the same thing, but they'd lie. They'd be like, I've got some meetings to do and some emails.
yeah.
I've got to do my
Looking at random booty.
Got to do my books. I just be as well as looking at random booty on Instagram because it just appears in my feed. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know who follows these things that have random booty in it. Yeah.
You know what I had a nightmare about the other day? Actually, not last night, the night before. I had a nightmare, that my saved folders on Instagram, because I know everyone's got saved folders.
I don't understand how that works.
Do you know what's... Listen, let me tell you something.
God, share this with come
I had to whisper it.
Share this.
I had
with
to
the
whisper
listener.
it. So
Share
basically, there's I'm amongst my lads on a Sunday night after football, and I found out how they circumvent their partner's eyes, by not clicking like on the pictures that they like. They create folders.
How'd you create a folder?
I didn't even know there were folders.
So basically, you can have folders, and you can categorize your folders. You can have a folder for, I don't know, football. You can have a folder for women, and what it does is that you can hold down on the actual picture, and you can send that image to a folder within Instagram.
Mad.
And so it doesn't flag. So it doesn't flag on your timeline.
Where'd you learn this stuff?
Now, when I step out of this show, I'm gonna get rushed by a whole group of men. So, what are you doing, Funk? You've given away our secret. Now you have to pay. The women have got inside your head, and you've been compromised, and they're gonna beat me up. But I'm sorry. I had to let everyone know this is the tech show. I have to reveal the technical wonders.
I don't think there's anything wrong with appreciating the form of the body.
Look at this guy.
But in be honest,
So my mouth actually dropped.
Look at this.
Be honest, Ronaldo. Like, have you got like a group chat with the girls? You'd be like, hey, he's nice. Yeah,
But this is like
prison.
I have never done that.
Like prison.
Remel,
babe.
this is like Facebook levels of data retention, though. There's some men out there like Mark Zuckerberg, and they've got archives of women. But when you go in their timeline, you're just seeing little cute cats, and the church, and you're seeing football. Yeah, you're seeing all innocent images, but they've got secret archives because they've saved them in folders. Look at Billy.
Yeah, all right. So maybe Billy's deep. Billy's got folders on folders on folders.
Instagram folders are deep.
Billy's got subfolders.
I didn't even know this was a
Do you and your
thing.
girlfriends? You don't even like sending like, hey, he's
X-Files.
nice.
Nah, do you know what? Like,
You do,
I've
of
got,
course.
No. I use the share button a lot.
Remel, why are you sweating?
I'm not sweating. My face is glistening.
Why are you sweating, Remel?
No, I
got a
use
folder?
the share button
Right.
on Instagram. You know the little triangle thing, and I send that to someone. I'll be like, LOL, and it's
Yeah.
always something funny.
Yeah.
I don't really do the whole like the girls pre guys. I don't do stuff
Yeah,
like
they
that.
do,
you know?
man.
Definitely,
They do.
100%. I feel like the gap between the way men and women enjoy the pictures of Instagram has so closed.
It's weird. I've never been a pre for guys. Like I don't know why.
It can change your life. Look at Prison Bay. Who's he married again now? What's his face?
The daughter of the head of Topshop.
The head
Wow.
of Topshop.
Yeah.
So the guy whose prison mugshot went viral
Yeah,
has married the daughter of the head of Topshop.
mad.
So she made a beeline. You see, you've got your mood board.
Yeah.
she had a
He
mood
was on the
board.
mood board.
She was on a mood
Yeah,
board.
that's ambitious, man.
Yeah.
He looks happy
Or is
now. In
it
pictures, he looks
ambitious?
happy.
But she had a goal, innit? Wow.
She had a goal. He got it. I mean, and that's bail covered for life.
For
If
real.
you ever reoffend,
For
that's
real.
bail for life.
Like, I can appreciate an attractive man, but like the whole, like, oh, girls, have you seen this? Like, I don't,
No?
I don't know why. I feel like my circle's not really like that. We're more like I I don't know. I think we're just the funny ones. Like I've always been a part of the funny ones.
So you're like about the falling over pictures and the kids doing funny things and saying stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. I like ratchet kids. They're hilarious.
Little ghetto kids.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
You can have mine then.
I just love
Here
kids.
you go.
Kids that are outspoken and all that stuff. That's what I love, man.
They'll be around next week Monday. They're house trained as well.
Okay. Funk's making a delivery.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I just been on the gram. I don't know, you might like this. I just been messing around and there was this Instagram page that came up about a year and a half ago and it was posting every once in a while. And this guy found auctioneers that would auction at really, like, you know, auctioneers are like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's called Auctioneer Beats. So all I'm going to do is just play one of the posts from Auctioneer Beats.
Let's get the auction underway. On the first cow here, who's got 55, 55, 55, 55, 55,
Hey. And when I first said what it is.
So wait, what is he actually doing?
He's auctioning a cow. Auctioning
To
a
a
cow.
beat?
But this guy Auctioneer Beats gets beats and puts them underneath the auctioneers.
Oh my god.
So like, here's another one.
And now two.
Jeez!
Some Miami bass.
Alright,
Yeah, that one was sick.
That was crazy.
That
So
one
I've just
was
been
sick.
spending my time on Auctioneer Beats.
Wow.
I don't know.
What do you think of the yodeling kid?
I
haven't
think
seen it. Is it-
Yodeling.
What, you ain't seen it yet?
Let's get the Yodel kid.
Oh, mate.
Okay.
But get the original though, not the
Yodel
remixes.
kid original.
He is.
So what's the background to this?
I don't.
There is no background.
There's no
he
background.
he just popped up.
What I'd like to believe
Yeah.
is that there was a sale
Yeah.
at Walmart,
Yeah.
and they said, you know, what would be good
Yeah.
if we get a kid to sing at the end of this aisle,
So
and that will encourage people to walk down this aisle and buy all of the goods on sale. That's what I believe happened.
So what is this? There's a little kid in the supermarket and he's just
Literally.
yodeling.
It's yeah. Are you ready for this, man?
Okay.
It's quite I don't know if it worked for them or not, but
He's sick though.
Do you reckon it's a PR stunt or?
I don't know.
No.
Jeez.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
It's coming.
Wait for it, bro.
Bars.
brilliant.
It's the day. Mate, come on.
And the remixes.
He's going to be on Ellen next week. Yeah.
100%, man.
For real.
That's locked in. That is locked in.
He's talented though. He's talented.
Mate.
He's talented.
Those riffs.
Yeah. What's up, Billy boy?
That yodeling kid, my Shazam picked that up. It's got a picture of the yodeling kid in the thing.
Really?
Someone uploaded that then.
Yeah.
to
they have
Shazam.
Wow. Kid could get a deal out of it, you know?
I think he will, you know.
Good shot. It could chart.
Yeah.
Indeed it could.
Yeah.
So yeah, Auctioneer
If that
Beats.
charts, mad.
That's how I've been messing around. So, right. So one of the elephants in the room right now, I've got to say, in the social media room, is Facebook. Have you heard about the whole Facebook scandal, Remel, about how they've basically released loads of our information and data?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked into it much. To be honest, Facebook's just a weird place, man, because it's where all my old stuff is. Uni, it's basically uni on.
AKA your family.
Yeah, it's your family.
Yeah, family.
Like literally, I have the same two aunts that comment on everything.
What kind of comments are they? Are they
Like,
nice?
it's always like, oh, you look nice. Like,
Okay.
it's always.
It's always funny when you got auntie like, tell your mum when you get home.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's in the place. It's in the place. I saw your mum the other day. Tell her I said hello.
Yeah,
Literally.
they bait up your location.
Literally. And then it's just like all my old uni photos that I probably should have deleted, but I still find them jokes.
Yeah.
So it's
Are
like.
they still on there now?
Yeah, everything's there. Like, it's actually, like, I used to be. I was the person
Yeah.
that brought a camera everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took a camera
The
everywhere.
little disposable ones.
Not even disposable, like real digital camera.
Okay.
I upload every holidays, everything on
Yeah,
there. Everything on
Infinity
Facebook.
scrolling as we speak. Continue.
Like, there's so many folders of like random days out.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably all kinds of people on my Facebook.
And how does this make you feel that all these images of your random holiday snaps are now on Mark Zuckerberg's desktop?
Yeah, I should really do something about this. But I don't know what, I feel like I'm not at that point of like, you know when like they
delete Facebook.
Yeah, but you know when they like wheel up an old tweet when you're in trouble and they use it.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm at that position of power yet.
Yeah, but that seems to be more of a Twitter problem than Facebook.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know you used to do sports, Remel.
Yeah,
like you used to be professional runner, athlete.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
See, this is what Zuckerberg.
That's what I'm saying. This is Facebook is my before I was Remel London.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Even though I'm called Remel London on it, like, and it's funny. I changed my name to Remel London on Facebook first. That's how I became Remel London.
I thought you said you're going to say you changed it by a deed poll.
No. So it's because of Facebook that I'm called Remel London.
Yeah.
Because I had my government name on there, and one of my friends was like, "Nah, man, you need to change your name because when you try and get a job, obviously they're gonna Google your name and like."
That's the point.
But now
I'm Remel London.
You want people to Google your name, really?
So now,
you want people out there
backfired.
to be
Because now I am Remel London, and when people go and look for Remel London, they see my life on Facebook. So it actually backfired. But hey,
Okay, so basically, big data breach. The long and short of it is that our data has been shared a lot, and it's been used in political campaigns, and it's been used for more than political campaigns. A lot of other people have our data. It's not just locked in a vault at Facebook.
it's got to the point where I've been willingly uploading things about my life for a very long time. So right now I don't know what you could do with my information.
Photoshop?
But that's why I'm like, what are you using it for? And like, unless you're gonna like make me a criminal, then I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I posted it with knowing that this could go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm taking responsibility for what I did.
Yeah. And did you kind of presume that when you were uploading to this site, it's going to get shared in ways that you probably weren't aware of or explicitly told? I
feel like obviously we've got to the point where, like, you know, share buttons have become a thing now. When we first joined Facebook, there wasn't really a share function.
No.
Yeah.
It goes to your friends or your family. But obviously, as it's developed, like I said, I could have deleted all of this stuff by now.
Yeah.
But obviously, now that we're hearing, it's not ever going to get deleted. I'm like, rah. All right.
Yeah.
Like I'm not being negligent to it, but I'm taking responsibility. I uploaded it, so God willing, nothing bad happens.
Do you ever think that when you hit those real dizzying heights of success, though, that this could come back and bite you on the ass?
It could, because I've been watching Scandal, and I know how they do that in Scandal. They'll use that, you know, drunken mess from they'll wheel up a picture of you when you're 18.
I'm fucked. If it's drunken mess, I am done, boy.
Yeah, like Freshers Week was mad.
Yeah, Freshers. There's a lot of very. Anyway, so Funk.
Yes.
How do you feel about this though? As another public person, you got the Funk Butcher and you got the Kwame. How do you feel about Facebook basically sharing your data in a way that they weren't really meant to?
I think it's just maybe more diligent about the stuff that I put online.
Yeah.
And if we've never been in a space like this ever, this is unprecedented. So nobody was ever prepared for, one, how big Facebook was going to get, and two, the nature of how can I put it, morally sensitive the world will become as we progressed over the years. So certain things which were offensive or non-offensive years ago are now very, very offensive and reprehensible now. So everyone's kind of like going through their timeline, putting in search words. Okay, did I say black this? Delete. Or did I cuss this group? Or, and then delete. And they're kind of sanitizing their past. And I think what you're doing in that regards, though, is that you're kind of bolstering and strengthening the kind of the need for the dark web, because you've got all this stuff which could have been openly discussed in the forum. And you know what's actually interesting is that whenever there's kind of like a moment where there's like a political campaign or general election, everyone feels like the world is very, very liberal, and then the results come out, and then everyone's kind of shocked. It's like, where did all these right-wing people come from? Where did these views come from? But it's because those people can't openly express their feelings anymore, because now they know it's like that's not the done or the said thing. So Facebook, back to my original point, because I was waffling, Facebook is kind of getting the finger pointed at it for reasons I'm not completely aware of, because there isn't a company on the face of the world that doesn't hold data.
It's true.
That's how companies are built. So for them to go like, Facebook, you're bad because you hold details, and we're just like, okay, McDonald's has got a database, KFC's got a database, everyone's got a database, like promoters have got a database. How do they send their mail outs to?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what Facebook is kind of being charged with.
I think that's the problem though.
Yeah.
That people don't know enough. So I think it's become like a fear-mongering thing of like,
exactly,
what are they doing with it? And because we haven't had that answer, that's why everyone's getting a bit like in their feelings.
But personally, I'm not really scared of Facebook or what Mark Zuckerberg's doing. I think if there wasn't Mark Zuckerberg, there'll be... I mean, Apple's got a lot of information.
Oh, hell of a lot.
And I think they've probably got more information on us than I mean, Google.
But remember when the whole iCloud thing, people's pictures are being leaked?
Exactly.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I didn't even share this.
Yeah.
This was actually I uploaded this for my own safety and protection so that no one could access it, and now it got leaked. How is that even possible?
I mean, the only silver lining was that we got to see Halle Berry's nudes. And that's terrible.
Apparently, there were some nudes flying around.
Terrible.
There were a lot of nudes.
It was terrible.
Apparently.
But even when that happened, like, all jokes aside, Apple didn't get any flack for that.
They really didn't.
But I think personally, because Mark Zuckerberg has kind of bent the nose out of joint of the US government and the Russian government, I feel like he's
just not liked.
Yeah, he's not liked. He's on the naughty step, man.
I just think you just need to know that if it's out on the web, it's out there. Like, I think that I was really surprised at the public just being like, "Oh my God, you mean when I post something, it doesn't just stay there?"
Yeah,
I'm like, no,
how do you think it's being held there?
Yeah, like
the one sinister thing I did hear was that Facebook was connecting with doctors and then using the information that doctors had to kind of bridge the gap between anonymous kind of like health entries, so they can actually put names to people. So they would take information about you from your Facebook feed, like you know, like on Apple, you've got there's the Apple Health app.
Yeah.
And you can actually add that to your Facebook, and then you can link it, and you can actually find out the actual health kind of credentials of a person.
Yeah.
And then you can link that to hospital records. So that's what Facebook were doing, which is obviously that's a bit of breach, because obviously there's some things which are private where you don't want people to know you've got this disease, or you don't want people to know that you don't wash, or so
that's an actual disease as well.
It's an actual disease. Not washing is a disease. So the fact that Facebook were kind of using that information to kind of clearly go around situations where people had opted out of being known about their medical history, that was a bit naughty.
There was another thing I heard, that because you know a lot of the time Facebook asks you for your phone number.
Yeah.
And I heard that there was so kind of like the iCloud situation.
Yeah.
They were retrieving information from your phone.
Yeah.
Without you uploading. That's what I was told, because you gave your number.
Well, when you allow an app access to your contacts,
because it allows a lot.
It doesn't just allow it for that once; it allows it for ever. So when you allow, for example, Facebook access to your microphone, that isn't just when you're in the app.
Oh, that's
all the time. So have you ever? I feel like it's happened to me. You've mentioned something, like I was on set shooting this something, and there was a tractor, and I said, "Oh yeah, wicked! Imagine how much that tractor cost." And something tractor. And I had my phone in my hand. Went into Facebook.
There were tractors.
Things to buy, tractors.
Mad.
Come on, I don't like. Look, I'm not a tractor guy. Do you know what I mean? So I got a friend that works for Facebook, and I was like, "Is that true?" They were like, "Yeah." And
wow,
what do you expect? So that kind of stuff is.
But that's more our fault because we don't read the small print.
Exactly.
Yeah. But are you one of those people that that covers up your what do you call it? The video on your laptop?
Is it you that does that? They cover up the.
I do, yeah.
My sister does it.
Sometimes I've got the post-it note.
Yeah, my sister does that. Because I was like, why you got a post-it note on your laptop like that? She was like, nah, you don't know who's watching you, B.
Yeah.
I was like, what? She lived in China for a year as well, so she was mad conscious. She was like, nah, none of that.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. He used to do that. I was thinking, but why are you getting undressed in front of your in front of your MacBook anyway? Is there something you want to tell me?
Do you know what though? I've realised if I'm going to do that on my laptop, I need to do it on my phone as well, because your phone.
That's true, you know.
always there.
It's true.
My phone's with me.
Mine's face down.
A lot of the time.
Oh my gosh, my camera's looking up at me.
But
He's got a camera in the front and back.
Oh, true.
But here's what I don't get is that we are so particular over the things we complain about because nobody really was complaining about Snapchat. Everyone's Snapchat's fun, Snapchat's this, Snapchat's that, but Snapchat is facial recognition. It's taking the schematics of your face and the dimensions and then it's storing that information.
Superimposing it on someone else.
You still want to put that doggy filter onto your face, man.
It's so mad.
Well,
so mad.
Speaking of something that Billy,
go on, Billy.
Go on, Bill.
But then Facebook are letting every single user aware of this is how you change your privacy settings.
Right.
They're sending you a link to a page which has always existed.
Yeah.
And people are so flippant to just give away their information.
Yep.
Yeah.
When they go, there's these things on Facebook, they say, oh, find out what celebrity you look like. And they go, oh, they want your relationship, they want your Facebook, your friends' information. Fuck it, just give it to them.
That's scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So sometimes I'm doing it, I'm like, why do they want to know? I'm not giving permission to that, but it's always been there.
Yeah.
So that does mean that most of us have been breached then?
Yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot.
So most of the 2 billion have been breached at some point.
It's not breached if you're aware of it.
Because
that's true.
You could
That's
have read
true.
about it.
Yeah.
Cambridge
all right, cool.
Cambridge Analytica, they created a quiz to do this thing, but they found a loophole in Facebook's restrictions and then exploited that. And if Facebook was aware, well, they were aware now.
Yeah.
But if Facebook was aware, they would have denied that.
But they knew.
But yeah, Facebook and Cambridge Analytica said they were something, but they were actually something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. And that's what I was meant to say at the start of this whole thing. Thank you, Billy, for saving the day. See how I set you up there to look good in front of Remel?
Oh my gosh.
Do you think Billy's smart, Remel?
Smart.
Do you think he's a smart guy? I think that was quite clever of him.
I think he just wanted to get the correct information out.
Oh, it's not a trick question.
I feel like I have
It's
to
not.
answer this in a
No, just,
professional way.
Billy's a very... see, Billy, because you're being unprofessional now.
No.
See? Right, anyway, so...
Blushing.
another thing that Billy's aware of, Tinder.
Shots fired.
This may be the best or worst thing ever if you're a Tinder user. They've announced that coming to the dating app is a looping image feature. So in your Tinder profile, you'll be able to share a short 2-second video of something that you love doing.
Oh, that sounds
Are you serious?
nasty already.
So this could be, you could have a 2-second picture of you just like, clink, clink, having a drink. A 2-second picture of you with like a gamepad playing computer games.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying that this is opening the door for inappropriate 2-second picturage.
100%.
I personally feel like a helicopter is probably going to be the most regular appearance in a 2-second video. Billy, as a Tinder user, how would you use this 2-second video?
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't go for it?
No, Facebook have got...
That's what I'm saying. Facebook have got the same thing.
And I used it once, it was just exciting.
That's for dating.
That was it.
But it's for dating, though. This is a chance to show somebody more than just a still image.
Facebook's a new Tinder,
Yeah.
I've seen
Mate,
the-
I
I've seen
met my
the-
boyfriend on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Proper.
Okay. So what was it like? Just
Ours was it was actual because he's a music producer.
Okay.
I met your boyfriend through Facebook too.
He was a Facebook guy back in the day.
Really?
Like he was on Facebook. He used it as promo because no one used Twitter then yet.
Yeah.
SoundCloud weren't really there yet.
no.
So yeah, Facebook was where he posted all his music.
Yeah.
I was a fan of his music. I'm not a groupie, but but then we started talking about music. He used to send me music, blah 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 blah. And then one day he was like, "Oh, you're cool, man. Like, if you're free, da 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 da." Met up, all that. Like literally, that's how it happened because we just used to chat.
Oh, that's a nice.
It was very innocent, and then it was like we were friends, and then we became. Yeah.
And this is why.
At what point we just like, hey, you know what? You're kind of cool. Should we meet up?
It was just literally like I think. We were messaging, talking about music. I'm like, oh, what you got coming up? Da, 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 da. That was it. He was in the studio. He was like, oh, I'm working on something. Do you want to hear it? He called me.
Yeah.
And then we started chatting.
Yeah.
Sick.
And this is why I always say I can't really distinguish the difference between Tinder and Facebook because the way people use Facebook, they use it like Tinder anyway.
Yeah.
I think Tinder is just so
On the face of it,
obviously-
it's advertised as that,
People
but the
going
way
for the
people
match.
use Facebook,
People go on Tinder to
poke.
Yeah, for real. Why are you poking me, bro?
Poke. People, Billy, you on Facebook? Stop poking, bruv. People.
I like you, man.
Oh my gosh.
But I think Tinder definitely. I don't know, Billy. You're single. And
That was so
no.
like.
I've got. As a
You know what? It wasn't funny, but it was.
No, it's a serious question, Billy. Do you use Tinder for frivolous fun, or are you going on there for the serious relationship?
A bit of both.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been told that Plenty of Fish is the one where you're just nasty. That's the nasty one.
What's Puff like for you then, Bill? Have you puffing?
I ain't got that.
Because he's a sensible man.
You kill a bit next week.
Get a bit next week.
Get Billy on Puff. See what gets out there. Get some catfish
That's
out
the
there.
dirty one though. That's the what are you doing tonight? Yeah, come Bowie free. Like
Really?
nah, that's the filth one.
Plenty of filth.
Plenty of
Plenty of filth.
That's what they need to call that. Billy, please go on Plenty of Fish and let us know what it was like next week.
Boy.
Cheers. Do you know what, Remel? A few episodes back, I can't remember the episode name. Actually, we will find it by the time I finish this sentence. Billy's actually had a professional date, a professional. He's like a real life hitch.
Yeah.
A professional dating advisor actually went through Billy's Tinder and helped kind of like bolster it up. And beef up his profile.
Gave it a critical analysis of his pictures and
What happened? What did they say? What was the analysis like?
Smile more.
Yeah, no moody pictures.
Yeah.
How did Billy has quite moody pictures where he's like
158.
Yeah,
episode 158. Yeah, Billy actually gets his Tinder broken down, so check that out.
that's
man.
amazing.
So there's a computer game, you may have heard of it, GTA 5.
Yeah.
Came out in 2013.
I thought you said 2030. I was like, that hasn't happened yet.
That's GTA 11. 2013 it came out, and we've mentioned on the show a few shows back, doesn't matter what number it is, that we've, over the last 6 months, a couple of times, I've gone into computer game stores or places that sell computer games, and GTA 5 still in the top 10, sometimes top 5 of the charts. And
incredible.
It's crazy, right?
Crazy.
And it came out on the PS3 first. It was a PS3 game out on the PS4.
What we're saying, it hasn't gone to like the reduced bargain bucket bin. It's still at the same price.
Number 4 in the chart, something like that.
That's actually mad.
And it's like shifted, apparently now it's shifted 90 million units across PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, blah, blah, blah.
So it's on every platform as well?
Well, the PS3 copies were made. I don't know if they're still creating them because we're on PS4, but it originally was released on the PS3.
Right.
Yeah.
And when the PS4 came out, they just brought it out on the PS4, better graphics, and let you port over your profile. So they're now saying it's become the most profitable entertainment product of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, they've generated $6 billion in revenue, putting it ahead of Gone with the Wind, classic film, and Star Wars. And they thought to have created like $4 billion a piece when you would do all the adjustments for time and inflation and stuff like that.
And it's done that in 5 years.
It's done that in 5 years. Now, there are a couple of other games that have sold more than it. In fact, you know what? I'll let you guess. There's one of them is a game that is quite recent that a lot of people play
I've got it in front of me.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah, I had to have a look. Yesterday.
Fair enough. I'll let you guess which one of the games.
Mate, I'm not a gamer. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna have. I'm gonna say like Gran Turismo or something.
It's a game. It's a game that everyone. Think of a really simple game. Everyone's
Crash
played.
Bandicoot.
Even more simple than that. Even more. You could play
Spyro.
No way! The titles you're mentioning, man. No, they as a gamer, they are not up there in titles, man.
Really?
Mate, these are the basic games I played.
They've got cult status.
These are like old school. Like one of them's an old school game. Guess you can guess.
Tekken.
8-bit.
Like think about.
Wait, one second.
No 3D.
One second.
Mate, that rings no bells. Wait, why do I know that? Mario? That's not Mario. You're not helping. I was an only child. I didn't have the flutter of games in another room.
I was the only child. It was.
It's a one player anyway.
Oh my gosh! It's a game where you put shapes into places.
What, Tetris?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea that was a theme song.
Tetris is in first place, 170 million copies it's sold. I reckon probably even more because it's so multi-platform.
Yeah.
And Minecraft is in second place. GTA is in third place.
Why do people love Minecraft so much, man?
My kids love Minecraft.
I don't understand
And it's been around for years, isn't it? And I don't know why it's just come back again.
It's kind of like I think it's a Simsy thing. Like I think when you get into it,
but
there's some people that fall into it.
the graphics.
It looks so bad. Like, I cannot entertain that.
It's just like you've got like a 4K like TV, and then you're playing Minecraft. And you're just like, oh my, why did I waste money on this?
It's actually pixelated. Like, you can't see clearly. I don't understand.
You know what? That's a valid opinion.
Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty.
I don't get it.
It's not slick.
No.
It's not slick.
Can you imagine going to IMAX to watch a film and it looked like that on the IMAX?
Mate.
Nah.
A new Avengers film and it looked pixely like that.
I'd be very upset, man. Long gone are the days of the pirate DVD.
For real.
Billy, a DVD once again is a digital versatile disc that they create.
Divda.
So I'm 27. I remember.
Shit! Sorry, Billy. A compact disc that came out before that was ones that we put music on, and before that we had something called
a cassette tape.
A cassette tape.
I recorded Limp Bizkit Rolling off the radio with my hi-fi.
Oh, wow. She's got a man, Billy. You don't have to prove your age.
I'm surprised Sims is in the top 10.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe profit-wise, I don't know. But now that GTA has become the most profitable entertainment product of all time, I just wanted to discuss in terms of entertainment and output. Remel, you're someone who likes to produce entertainment content. Funk, you produce a lot of music and obviously across the board media stuff. Is gaming where it's going to be at now when everything else is so cheap and accessible, like already Netflix, you know, $8.99 a month or whatever to get TV, downloading music is relatively cheap as well compared to when you used to have CDs. CDs
pay
is the round
£10
thing.
and you can have anything you want.
That's it. But computer games are still going for 40 quid, 50 quid, 60 quid.
I find that so expensive.
But at the same time, I agree it's expensive. At the same time, I feel like I still get so much value for money for a computer game as well. Like music as well, and also a really good film. But what's going to happen now when we've got content out there that's creating as much money as like Avatar from its output? What do you think the future is going to be? I mean, where do you think gaming is going to go from? You're a gamer. I
mean, in regards to from a music producer's perspective, gaming is still offering a better deal for music producers.
Really?
Because if you get a sync deal and your music gets into games, you're going to get way more money.
What's a sync deal, by the way?
So a sync deal is like the music is synchronized to the whether it be a game or an advert, and you kind of get like a one-off flat fee, kind of which covers the usage and the licensing of that medium within that platform. And they can range from something like 20,000 upwards, and you're not getting anywhere. Of course, you're not getting anywhere near that kind of money for the actual music side of it. Yeah. As a record producer or as an artist, you kind of like need to do the shows and all that kind of stuff before you even kind of remotely see anything like that. So the game industry is being able to reward musicians, I guess, because of the amount a game costs, like you said, £60 per title. So they can kind of recoup that very, very quickly.
And also, I just realised, for example, on GTA, if you were to get one of your tracks put on a radio station that you listen to in your car in GTA, you get that big payout. Plus, you get all of the people, 90 million units. You get potentially 90 million people listening to your tune, knowing what your name is, and hearing the radio DJ shout you out. And let's be honest, in GTA, you hear a tune a few times. If you like a radio station, you'll stick to it, and eventually the tunes will roll around.
Do you know what people have?
That's like, so like if you had if you were a producer and you really wanted to get out there, getting into one of those games.
Do you know what people haven't clocked? GTA, the radio station that was Apple Beats before Apple Beats was around.
What?
Because if you think about it, you were on a game, a game worldwide, so you have the worldwide scope. Just like Apple Beats has a worldwide scope, but this was within the game. And a lot of people didn't. So you'd find people playing San Andreas, and you'd have people from China switching on and hearing these funk stations. And this funk station was able to be transmitted across the world.
So within the
different
game,
territories.
there's radio stations.
Yeah, so you get in a car.
Yeah.
You put on the radio.
Oh, so that actually is a functionality.
Yeah, you can flick stations, but it's not like real live stations. It's like a massive playlist. And the DJs will say stuff like, "Hey man, it's a good afternoon in whatever."
Sweet.
Right now, let's play this.
So they have little DJs doing links on their little characters. Yeah.
I need to get me a job there, boy.
Hey, a little presenting roll up on there.
Mate, that's a little side.
Happen.
Hey, you heard it here first. I think that's Remel, you're onto something there. I think the next title they probably will use real presenters to do the links on the radio.
They've actually used Big Boy in the past. They've used Big Boy, actual radio presenter. Cause I remember I went over to LA and I was like, oh, he sounds familiar. And I was like, oh shit, from GTA. They actually do use real radio presenters.
Because even Superdrugs have their own radio show station now.
Yeah, really,
mate. Superdrugs, mate. All these shops, they play tunes. Hi, you're listening to Superdrug Radio, and and you're like, raw, swear down.
Really?
Wow.
Listen, you're out here buying makeup and little cotton buds, and you got this big old Superdrug Radio.
Is that foundation for you?
Shout out to Remel in aisle 11 getting those extra large cotton buds. Can you imagine that? They can see the security cameras as well.
Yeah.
Literally, like there's so many companies that are realizing that in-store experience or like having radio, because like PAX, they play Capital Extra all the time. I don't know if you know what PAX is.
Yeah, I know.
PAX is. For those that don't know,
my moisturizer.
Yeah, PAX is a predominantly black hair shop.
I used to get my do-rags from there.
Yeah. Hey, you know.
And like every PAX,
sporting waves.
Every PAX store either plays Kiss or Capital Extra. And I feel like other cosmetic stores are realizing that when you're in a store, you need music and you need that little experience, that little buzz. So PAX is probably gonna have a radio station too.
But me, imagine PAX FM.
Yeah. As an avid gamer, I've always
Extra with an X. PAX Extra.
Pack Extra.
Oh my god!
It's got to be done.
And then plays 2 packs. But I was saying, in terms of the industries, music, gaming, the gaming industry is the only one which has held its market value throughout the years 100%. In technology. Like, music has got cheaper over the years.
Yeah, of course.
And now it's pretty much like, it's just a marketing tool now for artists. It's, you make your track, you know it's going to go out for a face value of 79p, but you use that to kind of tour with or whatever kind of thing to promote your album. With the gaming industry, like, back in the day, a Super Nintendo game was like £30, £35.
Oh yeah.
And now it's like
it's
$6.
Up.
I saw this was it some Fortnite package which is like £90?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I actually burnt. I burnt to shock.
It was. The statistic was so powerful, it forced the gas out of your body.
Literally. Excuse me, everyone.
Yeah.
I own that burp, Remel.
And obviously this Fortnite game is this free game online and everyone has kind of played it now. Like Drake was playing it and Drake seems to infiltrate into any like aspects of popular culture. He's very, very savvy at that.
That guy.
So he's been able to kind of like, he's quite visionary, I guess.
Yeah,
because
he
can see the business ahead of the curve.
Also a big friend.
Yep, that as well. You can see the business ahead of the curve. So there has to be some logical reason why he's kind of entered into the gaming market and done stuff like we spoke about in the last episode when he
I think there's value in it.
Yeah.
I don't know personally. I can't remember if there's a Drake tune in GTA 5.
More than likely.
I guarantee you there'll be one in the next GTA.
Yeah,
100%.
Interesting.
100%.
And
there's space for cameos in it.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that GTA, I know like you guys probably have played or at least seen people playing stuff, but the cutscenes in them are so intense.
Yeah.
And they've used real big actors before, A-list celebrities.
Yeah.
I don't see why they won't use people like that as key parts of storylines.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the way that to go back to what Funk was saying real quick, like, and I don't want to like make this sound boring and dry, but like, you're right, the value of games have gone up. People are getting much more than just a simple experience. GTA shows you what you can do with a game. So you can have a game that's kind of cool for like an hour's play or 2, or you could have something like GTA that's got such powerful content that 5 years later, people are still playing it.
Absolutely.
I feel that's why the value, the reason the value of it, that's what I want to get at. The reason the value of it hasn't dropped is because consoles have got better.
Yeah.
So they're able to give you more.
Yeah.
So when we had Sonic the Hedgehog or Mario, there's only so much you could get from the game visually. But now you can get a movie experience that you can interact with your friends at the same time. there's no other media format that you can do that with.
I'd go one step further. I'd say it's the lifespan of a game. It's been extended now.
Yeah.
If you was online a couple of days ago, you would have seen me back on the PS4.
Yeah.
And I popped back in Batman Arkham Knight. And I finished that game.
Yeah.
So I put the game back in, and I found out there's a downloadable content.
Yep.
So you get 6 months downloadable content, and there was a new storyline added. And once again, bam, I'm playing the game again.
Yeah.
A game that I bought, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm back playing again.
Wow.
So I haven't had to pay anything extra apart from the additional content, which I think was in the PlayStation Store at like £5.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
That's where the money's at.
That's it. Get a little update.
Yeah. But the thing is that you still are able to kind of maintain the lifespan of something which I guess it's like, imagine if you had like a Drake album, but if you pay, I don't know, extra 40p more, you get additional track every like 6 months.
Yeah.
Then that album is still there at the top of the charts.
Yeah. But correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there like a little backlash around like the content as well though?
The actual content
of GTA.
Yeah,
like
GTA like the prostitutes and the violence and
historically, but that's what has marketed the game. That's probably why it's pushed it into a place where people have purchased it, because just like in the music industry, controversy sells. Yeah. So when I remember, I'll never forget this. I remember, like, God knows how old I was, but getting up in the morning before school, and they had the developers on GMTV, was called this one. Yeah, so GMTV. Yeah, you remember GMTV, Billy?
No, what
I knew that was coming.
Explain to Billy what GMTV is.
So it's Good Morning Television, and it was just like the breakfast show on our third terrestrial channel over here.
Shit.
Yeah.
Billy,
Yeah,
back
we
in
used
the
to
day,
have 5 channels.
well, even before that, Billy, we had 4.
There we go.
Dear.
Yeah, and they actually had the game developers on there, and they were kind of challenging the game developers as to content, and because at that point in time, those days they didn't even have prostitutes. Those days you were literally, it was just auto theft, robbery kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
That was a top-down shooter as well.
Yeah,
That's all it was.
Yeah, top-down shooter.
Really
so
bad graphic.
that was the main aspect that they were worried about. They said you are literally selling a game which being people dragged out of cars.
Yeah.
You steal their vehicles. You drive it around. See how many stars you can get. Where the police chase you, and then you're on a high pace pursuit kind of thing. And they were kind of being like held accountable just for that one aspect. But it got so much weight behind it that people went out and they started buying it.
They got excited about being a part of it or seeing it.
Exactly. And what that kind of ties into, because I was back on Netflix, I was watching the Defiant Ones on Netflix, an amazing series, Defiant Ones, which looks at the rise of Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre and how they acquired the kind of the Beats contract. And again, when they look at the nature of where the main weight and the prominence of Interscope came from, it was the signing of controversial acts like Eminem, like NWA, like Marilyn Manson, like 9 Inch Nails. So there's always been a history with controversy in any of these fields, and like a surge of people getting into it and buying into it. Yeah.
And what they did, like Rockstar, the people behind GTA, is instead of
Rockstar as well, Rockstar games.
Instead of shying away from it, Rockstar owned it and kind of said, no, we're still going to give you that content. So now we've got to a point where in the next GTA, if we don't get that controversy, everyone, it'll be uproar, innit? Everyone will be like, that's
But then does that mean that they're going to take it to a next level and we're going to see things that we wouldn't even imagine?
Well, hopefully no. I mean, luckily until this date now, it's been so well written. They know they have that. And they have that technique of getting right up to the line.
It's a story. We need to remember that as well.
Yeah, and they get right up to the line and they just push the line a little bit. Yeah. And then they pull back. Yeah. Like, they don't go to a point where there's content in the game where there's always someone where there's uproar, but they've not had to pull the game from the shelves.
And the thing is, in all credit to Rockstar, they've kind of been able to kind of worm their way out of it, and as in regards to of being labelled as a one-trick pony, because they develop games like the Batman series, because they've done games like Red Dead Redemption, and these titles show the diversity of their story writing. We say, we can do a cowboy game that you can really get into, and you can like that storyline. So it's not just about we just made billions off of this
Crime.
crime kind of things, just selling crime.
Yeah.
We've done this as well. It's the only fact that you have basically it's the problem with capitalism, whereby if I put something out into the market, if you only purchase the one said thing of the repertoire that I put out into the market, does that say more about me or more about you? Because if I put Red Dead Redemption out there, if I put a Batman game out there, and I put this game where you get prostitutes and you have to pay them and you drag people out of cars, but you keep buying that one.
Yeah. That's not,
Exactly.
That ain't on me, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, do you use Uber, Remel?
I do use Uber.
Do you use Uber, Funk?
I should have used it today.
Funk's journey here was a little bit plagued by the TFL. I use Uber as well. Are you an Uber user, Billy?
No.
Fair enough.
So it seems there's going to be a rival to Uber coming to London.
Where?
Check it though, it's limited to ride shares only, no single riders. So it's called Via Van, and it may
Why is it a van?
Via Van. I can just imagine them bundling people in the back of the van.
Literally, this don't sound safe.
So, I don't know. Stay with me. You may
Across
change
the
your mind.
border, yeah?
You may. We can get you anywhere. It's only available in zones 1 and 2 in London, and it starts at £3 a ride.
That's a
right?
bus.
Yeah, but it's
Exactly.
Wait for it.
Thank you,
wait for it,
Remel.
though. Wait
The
for
way
it.
they trick us with this rebranding.
That is a bus.
Wait for it. Let me give you the rest of the spiel. All right?
So it's a
Stay
van,
with me.
ride share, right? Only limited to zone 1 and 2. Yeah, that sounds like a
And
bus.
it's £3. It's more than a bus.
It's developed by Mercedes-Benz, okay, and a US startup.
Still
based on
London
ri-
buses.
on-
London
on-
buses.
All buses are Mercedes.
Wait, hang on. These ones aren't red. Okay, right. I found a difference, right? And it's launched to kind of get rid of the bad press that Uber has in London.
they're so
all right.
silly.
Now, instead of you opening up the app and looking for your ride, you open the app, summon the ride as usual. However, you have to wait where Via Van
At the bus stop.
tells you to wait at a specific place.
No, they're actually taking the piss. When was this dropped? April 1st. This is
I bet if I
they're
hope so.
mugging it.
It then matches you like Tinder. No, it doesn't. Not like Tinder. It then matches you with other passengers that are actually making a similar route at the same time. Then instead of so you go to your
The
destination.
109 to Croydon.
Yeah, there you go.
Other commuters, yeah.
But then you get on your little Via bus, yeah, with your new mates. Maybe have a little awkward chat.
So is this
and
owned
then
by-
you're dropped off somewhere near your destination.
So is this owned
is
by
a bus.
Uber?
This is a bus.
No. This is Via Van. This is a brand new company trying to eat into Uber's shares.
They are
Okay.
rude.
But they drop. Okay, so I've just described the bus, haven't I?
That is
Yeah,
a bus.
You have.
What if it's? But what if though? Just saying, buses. I got to give respect. They are some routes have reasonable buses. Some routes have stinking buses. Now the cost of a tap and a journey on a bus is £1.50. For the extra £1.50, if you could upgrade your experience, what if this Via Van just hypothetically had a nice little? Do you want a water, sir?
What
Had
more
a
are they
nice little
doing?
vibe in there.
Unless there's a USB port where I can charge my phone
Yeah.
and free
That's
Wi-Fi.
feasible.
And free Wi-Fi.
And free.
What are they doing?
But I think the main reason people take Ubers is for the solitary journey.
Yeah.
They don't want to be, because otherwise you just get the bus.
It's true.
You don't want to be with people along your journey.
So at night time, I'm going to still go to a bus stop. I'm still going to have to walk to my door from a main road.
Yeah.
Like, this is not helping.
I mean, I don't really know many people that use that Uber share version of the Uber because they want
I
to be
use
by
it.
themselves.
I use it quite a lot.
I'm cheap. And
It
I
makes
use
it
that.
cheaper.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like-
sometimes,
when
most
you
of the
so when
time-
you get in the car, there's someone there.
More time, there's no one in the car.
Oh, okay.
For me, a lot of the time, maybe it's just my area. A lot of the time, no one else is using Uber Pool.
Gotham City.
Literally, like everyone else may be using Uber X, but whenever I use Uber Pool, it's very rare. Unless I'm
Okay.
going on a long journey,
Okay.
it's very rare that anyone's going to jump in.
It does. It caps the price as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So even if you detour for somebody else,
Yeah.
you're fine.
The only problem is it will get there. It may get there later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just so don't use it if you're running late,
Okay.
Okay. So Via Van for you, Remel,
mate. I'm not.
is if it has Uzba
That
and,
still doesn't-
and Wi-Fi, maybe.
That's a maybe, but really and truly, I don't like the bus in general.
But £3 though.
It's
really
more
nice.
than a
What
bus.
if it's
Is it capped at £3?
What if it's nice and zhuzhy? Yeah,
it
it's
cap-
going to start at £3.
Oh, start at £3.
Yeah.
Oh man.
what?
No,
So it's not capped?
No, for now it's £3.
No,
For
that's
the
rude.
introductory offer in zones 1 and 2.
And on that note, I'm out.
And it's only zone 1 and 2. That's not far.
Of course not.
That's actually not far.
Who lives in zone 1 and 2 anymore?
Exactly.
People that probably don't need to use this app.
Literally, like what? And then, so wait, hold on. So if I'm ever gonna get a bus, the likelihood is I'm only going a few stops anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can only get a bus that's going in my direction. I mean the van that's going in my direction.
Yeah.
What if there's none available at that time, or is it on a time slot? What if I'm running late?
You got to get a bus.
Because if I'm waiting for other people, let's say I need to be somewhere for 2, it's 10 to 2, and I'm like, oh, I really need this bus to be here now.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm just going to get Uber.
So if you get in this van, and you go to the edge of zone 2, it slams on the brakes.
Yeah, and opens the door.
And it
pushes you out.
It throws you out.
Grand Theft Auto style.
Exactly.
The reverse.
And you got to get a regular bus.
Okay.
To reach the rest of your destination.
So basically, when you get this journey, you need to have your £3 ready, your £3 for this little van.
And change.
And your oyster, because the oyster for the regular bus, when you get chucked off.
And £3, if it's coming out of my bank account, £3 is going to really mess up the flow of my money because
it's not even number.
It's not even number. It's going to mess up my bank.
It's a via note then.
Barclays are already texting me, telling me how much is in my account. So they went, £3 has left. I'll be upset.
So, is it a via yes or a via no?
It's a hell no.
A via no from me.
Via no from me.
It's a via no. This has been a great way to kill almost 2 hours. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thanks for having me. It's fun.
Please, can you remind the listener how they can find you online?
Yes. On all the socials at Remel_London. Also, you can follow me down the road. Please don't, actually.
Billy, that was a joke.
I knew that was coming. Waiting for that.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Funk, your socials as well, man. Throw them out there.
At Funk Butcher everywhere.
Yeah, that's it, man. I'm Marcus Bronzy, MarcusBronzy on socials. How to Kill an Hour everywhere is How to Kill an Hour on the social medias too. Don't forget, we have a sick competition coming up exclusively for our mailing list. You can join it by going to howtokillanhour.com/news. We'll put a link to that in the show description. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
I've been Remel London.
Are you waiting for me? I've been producer Louis.
I love it, man. There are so many ways you can kill time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us. Bless.